Jordan obviously career high, 26 points, career high, and made threes. At what point in the game were you like, I have it going from three after this one you made?
After the second one, I felt pretty good. I feel like my first one should have went in when it went in and out, but just how they was guarding Book, I knew I was gonna get a couple more, so I just stayed confident with it.
The thing I had was, your ability to hang in the game, no matter how it's going, is something that you pride yourself on. But just having the kind of night you had tonight, how are you feeling about your play and how instrumental you were in getting the win tonight?
Uh, Super blessed, especially to go out there and like you said, have a career night. Definitely, definitely confidence, feeling pretty good right now. But we about to get tested this week coming up, and I know we fighting for playoff position. So I'm just trying to stay level headed and just keep on continuing to do what I'm doing.
Jordan, how much does it help to play with a guy like Book where you know if they're going to play off you like that, that the ball is going to find you no matter the situation?
Them open shots, and having Book being so unselfish and having the confidence in me to pass that ball means a lot to me too. So definitely open shots, just practice shots. Basically, that's how they was today.
And then for Jordan to close with you in games like this, we've seen you close in games like this before. I'm sure you played for previous coaches where it's like, okay, good minutes, good in, we're going to close with the normal guys. How nice is that to get that confidence too?
It builds my confidence up. Especially Jo, he's always on me. Never, never, never too many good things to say to me, but he does that just to get me going. So he definitely texted me last night a little something funny, just to get me going for the day. So that confidence that he done definitely builds and trust me too though.
Is that a common thing for him to do, just like randomly text you?
Yeah, out of the blue. It's out of the blue. It's out of the blue, but it's cool though. It's cool. It shows the relationship that me and him have. So
Hey, Jordan, what do you think it says about this group that everyone just stays calm and collected in these high pressure moments, and you closed every quarter well, and obviously late down the stretch?
I mean, it just shows how good of a team we are. I feel like a lot of the games we've been in have been close games. We just done a couple mistakes to lose, and I feel like today we kind of took those mistakes out and capitalized on the opportunities we had. So
Jordan, how would you describe where your shot was from the outside when you were coming into the league?
My first few years, I wasn't even taking threes for real. I wasn't even trying to shoot them. I was just out there just playing defense and just trying to initiate the offense when I first got in the league.
So what changed for you, and how do you describe the amount of work you put into it?
I knew that's what I had to do to get on the floor. And the last 3 summers, me and my brother and my trainer back home, we've been getting after, especially last year. That's all me and my brother did 3 times a day. We just got threes up on the movement, catch and shoot. We just seen that ball go in and made sure I shot it the same way every time.
Jordan, can you talk about the defense from the reserve unit players, especially when you're on the court with also the Darks? It feels like y'all uptick the activity levels for steals get out transition.
That's our job. That's our job. Especially you said as the bench unit, we got to come in there and change the pace on offense and defense. So we just trying to go in there and play a little faster, turn them over. And then, like you said, you got guys, me, Ryan coming off the bench, Bouye, Liv, like those, we all defenders. So we take pride in that. So.
And then I talked to you a little bit earlier this season about just playing off the stars. You said that's something you're very comfortable with because of the shot quality you usually get from those. With Devin and his trust in them in the past, do you feel like that tone he set earlier in the season where people are saying they want him to take more shots and he's trusting it kind of builds up and results in opportunities like that tonight?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And that, like you said, it just opened the games up for him now. Because once we start hitting shots, now it's like you got to worry about me, and now you got to worry about him. So that helped really not coming over too much. And that's Book, man. Book, he's unselfish. That's just, he know how to play the game. We know he can score. Like, we made sure that last shot, we got him the ball. We know that's what he does. So, but during the flow of the game, he's going to make the right play. He's a good basketball player, a great basketball player.
With the way you shot the ball tonight, is that an argument for leaving the mask on even when you're fully healthy?
I think I might leave the mask on for the rest of my career, man. Just how I play. That's how I play. I'm always getting hit in the face. I think I hit with the mask like 3 times. So I had it on. So I think I'm just gonna leave it on.
And then, what was your vantage point for Book's shot there at the end? What did you see when he got the ball in his hands?
I was crashing. Then I stopped crashing midway through because I was just looking at it. I think he shot it over 2 people and went in. And I went right to him. Right to him. The adrenaline was rushing, crowd loud, couldn't hear anything, and one of those Book moments.
Last 2, Wendy and Tom.
Hi there, Wendy Lopez with Bernstein Sports.
I mean, at this point, it seems like the rebuild is already over. You guys are a competitive contention, playoff contention team. Just describe the team and how they've gotten to this point, and especially getting a win against the defending champions.
I mean, we knew it since day one when we all got together that we had something special going on in this locker room. Far as the names we have, but just the competitive nature we have. We got a really good competitive group that go out there and compete every night, and we know we can just competing hard is gonna give us a chance. And when you got, like I said, you got guys like Devin Booker, Dylan Brooks, Jalen Green, and Grayson Allen with us to help us take us over the edge. We can do something special here.
Last one, Tom.
Jordan, at one point you guys were down 15 in the first and then 18 in the second. So to come back and win, just how does that show the mentality of this group, the resilience? Every loose ball is winnable. Just giving it 110% on every single play. How has that grown? And especially in such a statement win like this, as mentioned earlier, you guys are pushing now for a playoff spot. Just how big does it mean to this group to just show that resilience?
I mean, that's our culture. I mean, that's the minimum. We don't go in there and play hard every day. So just by that, like I said earlier, it's gonna give us the chance to be in these games like this. And when we making shots and playing at a high level, we're gonna be kind of hard to stop. So, but that's, like I said, that's our culture. We're gonna do that every night.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.
Can you just walk us through that game winner, that final shot?
Yeah, just trying to get the last shot. I knew a double was coming, so it was going to be hard to get in the paint. And just wanted to get it with the horn going off. Still didn't do that, but, we'll take it.
And then in talking to Jordan Goodwin post-game, he had said, too, he just felt like the team, you guys have that belief that you could win tonight and just that trust in one another. Can you just talk about kind of that mentality that you have?
Yeah, we the first time we played them, I think we matched up well with them. Went deep in the fourth quarter. Obviously, they're everybody's target. Those are the champs, and they're seasoned. They're a really good team, so that's who you want to match yourself up against. And we all believed in it, and we came out with a big one tonight.
Devin, obviously you hit multiple game winners throughout your career, but does it ever get old, that feeling of having the ball in your hands at the end of the game?
Hell no. I never will. Yeah, that's a feeling that, you can't replicate. I'm not close to retirement, but, whenever that day comes, you look back on those moments and, that you dreamed of as a kid, with the team trusting you with the ball in their hands no matter what the result is, and tonight I was on the good side of it.
You could have forced some shots early, but you kept passing the ball, and then led to guys finally started making shots. Maybe just take me through that mentality that you have, where okay, I'm still going to trust the teammate even if shots aren't falling. Yeah,
I mean that's my MO. I think some people give me a hard time about that, but they have really good on-ball defenders and multiple of them too. So that's very rare for a team. And, the times they put two on it, I try to get off it quick as possible. It's not always the assist pass. Sometimes it's pass and then one more. I think Goody got a lot of those in the corner tonight. So, we all believe in each other as a team. Everybody works on this team, and we believe in each other.
Last thing I had was you got to the line tonight, and I know that I'm watching you, and you was getting hit multiple times, and how were you able to persevere and stick with it when, the help that you were getting to the line and that you could continue to do it or not?
Yeah, you still have to assert yourself in the game, whether I'm getting to the line or, like I just said, creating another opportunity for a teammate. They're a super physical team. Like I just said, they're really good on-ball defenders, so, trying to impose my will offensively.
When Jalen Williams hits that shot with 8 seconds left to tie it up, what's going through your mind?
Well, it's our turn. Just slow it down. You've been here before. Imagination and workouts in the summer, always come down to moments like that. So, I feel like I've been there before.
And you mentioned, you anticipated a double coming. That sounds crucial guarding. I mean, that's one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. What's your confidence level that you can get up a good look against that level of defender in that situation?
Yeah, pretty confident.
And then last one for me. First time you played him, tight game. You got to sit there and watch the second time. Not such a tight game.
Mm-hmm.
Down 18. How do you guys, maintain the belief, maintain the confidence that you can come back against that team?
Yeah, it's the NBA. We've been on both sides of that this year. We've made comebacks and we've given up leads. So, we just got to stick with it. Whether you're making or missing shots, still continue to make the right play. Turn it up a little bit defensively, make it tough on them. And I think we did a good job all around on all that tonight.
Hey, look, it's obviously been a little bit of a grind for you this year from three-point range.
Yeah.
Didn't look like it on that last shot, obviously. How have you kept your confidence, and what's it been like kind of battling through the stretch?
Yeah, it's tough. It's a mental game. I've went through stretches like this before, probably not to this extent. So it's frustrating, especially when you put the reps in practice and you make all of them, and you go out there and you still miss. So it's all mental in this game. So, hopefully this can be the turning point and, get that out of my head and, make the shots that I shoot.
Look, when it comes to your unselfishness leading to more confidence for your teammates when they're getting those open shots, do you remember the first time you noticed that from a teammate, that you're continual looking for them despite the situation, despite their shooting numbers? Do you remember when that started to kick in?
I don't trust everybody like that. In high school, I had a lot of teammates where I had to look off and shoot over 2 or 3 people, but this group specifically, you watch these guys put the work in. We've matched up against each other in training camp. Their confidence is high. They tell you, the games that teams are throwing those junk defenses, they're like, I'm ready. Even if they miss 2 or 3 in a row, I know Goody will come to me like, I got the next one for you. So, just communication and trust throughout the whole team.
It was Goody tonight. It's been so many other guys throughout the year so far helping step up offensively without Jalen and Grace. Is that something you attribute to, back in September and October, noticing the group click and carry over from that?
Yeah, it's just the next man up mentality. We've been living by that. Obviously, we miss those guys out there, and some games, I'll be like, man, if Grayson or Jalen was right there, this defense wouldn't be happening. But still, like I said, all the way down the line, there's still some people that don't get in the game that, can knock down those shots that I trust. So, it's the NBA. We have a super talented group and a super confident group.
Hey, Devin, when you attract 2 on the ball, what makes this group different or better in terms of the way things are spaced and the way your shooters, Goody, Royce, Colin, just space without it?
Yeah, just what you said, just knowing the spacing, where the double is coming in on the floor and where the advantage is on the backside. Having multiple outlets when I get double, not just one person to pass it to. I think everybody needs to take a step towards the ball, and then that next man that gets it has to have a 0.5 mindset. Either shoot it, make one more pass, or drive the ball. So it has to be quick so we can get our advantage on the backside.
Last 3, Nick, Steve, and Vic.
Book, is Goody a different level of shooter than when he was here a couple years ago?
I think you can tell he's been working. The NBA is a lot of opportunity. It comes with opportunity. It comes with fit, situation. So when you're only getting in for 5 to 10 minutes a game, those shots are a lot harder than when you know that you're playing 25 to 30 minutes. And, that's how you find rhythm, and, that's what he's doing.
And I know you're always going to keep your emotions in check. You hit that shot. I think it was a couple of head nods. That's about it. What are you actually feeling there?
Man, get a stop. I always say, man, I have a problem with leaving time on the clock. Maybe we get a celebration one day once the horn goes off. But, they had a pretty clean look in the corner too. So I never want to be the guy that celebrates too early and then we're in overtime and end up losing. That hurt even worse.
Last one, Steve.
Devin, it feels like I think you all are 9-6 in the clutch right now this season. It feels like as games get harder and get deeper into the games, it feels like y'all find ways to just chip away at the margins and come away with wins. How does that kind of speak to the identity that you all have established, where it's just regardless of who's available, regardless of opponent, location, ring?
Yeah, we just keep going. We've fought ourselves back in the games, ended up losing at the end too. But coach would come in after the game and be like, you guys still fought. And that's what carries a team through a long season. And I'm glad that we've been in so many of these situations thus far. I think it's good stepping stones and building blocks for the playoffs or late season games that matter for getting into the playoffs.